This is an old heated topic, and I need your intake on this. Kaio's
Okay.
too.
What's up?
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes.
Thank
So-
you.
This answer, like the answer to this question. Oh, sorry. The answer to this question is either a completely solid yes or a completely solid no. Like there's no ambiguity. There is ambiguity unless you answer this question: are the buns connected?
I don't think it matters if they're connected or not to make it a sandwich.
If they're still connected, then it's not two pieces of bread with your like substance in the middle.
Yeah, but does the definition include them being like? Does the definition include them being two pieces, or is it just stuff between bread?
Well, I've always interpreted it to be like two, like a quesadilla. If you make two tortillas, it's like sandwich style. But if you like fold one in half, it's like different. Because if you were to go all the way around, like you have your bread, right? And that's bread usually has like a surface, like a burger. I mean, all bread has like a flat side, you know? There's always a flat side.
Yeah.
And so if you take, the axis that's normal to it, so the axis that goes straight through the flat part, like up and down.
Okay.
Like if you were to like rotate the sandwich around that, like rotate it kind of like that, you would always see a piece of the inside of the sandwich. Like you can see the middle inside. Whereas if it didn't have that, it's like a donut, like a filled donut kind of thing, you know?
I asked this when you left on purpose, Micah. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh.
We're coming back to this question.
For me, if the bread's like ripped apart, if you're at a barbecue and like the bread rips apart and you have two pieces of bun, yeah, no questions asked. That's a sandwich, absolutely.
But is it a hot dog?
I mean, yeah. Is it a Reuben or is it a sandwich? You know.
Exactly. So I think a hot dog's a sandwich, even if it's like connected.
But a corn dog's not a sandwich.
Well, so there you go. That's one piece of bread, and if you
we didn't talk about this last time.
Rotate it around
the corn dog.
Yeah, but that's not pieces within bread. That's something, or sorry, that's not things like between bread. That's something within bread.
Well, so now you have to make the distinction between like a corn dog is something that's completely within the bread, and a ham sandwich is something that.
Kai, do you think? Do you think that being completely within the bread makes it not a sandwich?
Well,
is that what your statement?
Because I've interpreted it as like the sandwich
is a Smucker's peanut butter and jelly a sandwich?
Yes.
Like the frozen things?
Yeah, the ones that are completely sealed off. Like you can't, if you rotate it around, you can't see the insides.
Yeah, they're not. It's like a jelly filled donut.
Oh yeah, that's true. I was gonna say it has no holes, but now do jelly filled donuts.
A Smucker's is a sandwich. I'm sorry.
Well,
not if a hot dog is.
Well, because think about how the Smucker's is made, right? They fucking pieces of bread, and they put the peanut butter and jelly, and then they like press it, so it just gets like enveloped, you know?
Yeah, but like,
yeah, I mean,
I got crimped.
But like,
yeah, but it's still two pieces technically. It's just two pieces pressed together, like a fucking panini press or some shit, but not toasty.
But like,
because like the corn dog is What were you gonna say, Michael?
Well, I'm just thinking of like back to the corn dog with like the idea that it's battered, and so it's like I think, because like a sandwich has already baked bread in it, right? So a corn dog might not be a sandwich because of that.
Micah, do I have to get pure darkness in here?
Does anyone have any hot takes here on what are the qualifications of a sandwich?
My hottest take, which pisses Micah off, is a taco is a sandwich.
Well, no, a taco is the same thing as the half quesadilla is the same thing as the hot dog.
Yeah, there
A
we go.
half
And it all looks
quesadilla.
like-
Oh
A
shoot!
whole quesadilla is 2 tortillas. A half one is just one, and then you fold it.
They're both quesadillas.
They're both quesadillas.
Yeah,
It's just,
and
it's just taco.
Oh,
They're
but
both
is it
sandwiches.
is a? Oh, fuck.
They're both sandwiches.
I feel like I've regressed from like our previous discussion because now like bread. It just does it depend on the bread?
No, I wouldn't say it depends
Like
on
what
the
if
kind of-
like does it depend on what it's made out of at all?
Well, so the definition of a sandwich is a food typically consisting of vegetables, sliced cheese or meat, placed on or between slices of bread. Or more
On?
generally, any dish wherein bread serves as a container or wrapper for another food type.
Container.
So a corn dog is a sandwich.
So corn dogs are
A
sandwiches.
corn dog sandwich.
Well, so
Yeah.
there you go. Originally, sandwiches. Originally, they like the definition being slices of bread implies that there needs to be plural bread, as in 2 or more.
Right.
And then now there's the more general definition, which is bread is the container. If bread is the container, then this food item is a sandwich.
Is a beef Wellington a sandwich?
I need to look at. I don't know what that looks like.
Oh, it's like a piece of meat like baked
In a
inside of
pastry.
bread. Like a pastry. I argue it is.
Huh? It's like Gordon
Um,
Ramsay's big thing.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a fancy corn dog. That should.
It is kind of a fancy corn dog.
Yeah, that's just a corn, dude. Dude, that's when Gordon Ramsay's like, I would never eat this slop, and it's like, family, you're just making a fancy one.
Yo, it
This
looks
just a
so
corn
good
dog.
though. It's like a nice crispy outer layer of like
Oh, dude.
very like flaky and I guess flaky, not crispy, flaky pastry with like inside like a nice red steak.
Should we? Do you want to give that a shot, Marco?
A beef Wellington.
Yeah, like if you can like come over sometime and we
Yeah,
make a beef.
I don't
roll.
know. Pastries intimidate me, but yeah, we can try. I don't know if pastries are something to be intimidated by, but they seem to they intimidate me.
They are scary as fuck.
They're
like
hard to cook, yeah.
they're like a perfect balance in baking
If
is
you
like a
fuck it
science.
up,
Like, that-
If you fuck up a pastry, like they're not that good. Like, you know,
we
like
probably
like-
just get like a soggy bready steak,
and they don't
at the
last
end.
very good. Like if it's like longer than a day, like pastries don't last like a full day. Like you kind of have to eat it like within like the first like I'd say you kind of have like a 6-hour window between when the pastry's baked and like when it should be consumed, I think.
After about like 12 to 16 hours, or 12 to 16 hours. No, 18 hours. 12 to 18 hours. That's like the stale zone. It starts to get like,
yeah, you got to get rid of it at that point. And like I think
It's not the
and I
same.
would argue it's best in the first 6 hours.
yeah. Absolutely. Pastries are meant to be enjoyed fresh.
Yeah.
Like it's made and eaten. You don't like. It's not like a storage food for the winter kind of thing. It's a very perishable food.
Yeah.
Pure Darkness has confirmed that a taco is a sandwich.
No, but what
This
did
is
you
the
think
guy
about
we
the corn dog?
Oh, I should
Get
add.
his take on
I
the
should
corn
add-
dog. That's the
I'll
new
get-
hot take.
Is a corn
So
sandwich?
wait, Mike, I've gotten you onto like the taco as a sandwich train now. Is that where you're at, or have you?
See, I
actually
still
stepped
have a
off
hard
that?
time defining a corn tortilla as bread.
What?
It's
How's it
bread.
any different? Like, are
It's-
you
it's
implying it
straight
has to be
up bread.
wheat?
Like, how do you define? I guess it depends on how you define bread.
Pure Darkness says a corn dog is a sandwich.
All right. Well, if Andrew says so, then.
Yeah, if Andrew says.
Okay, that's bread definition.
See, no, we looked at the bread definition before, and a tortilla is bread. It's bread all the way, right, Yori? It's fucking bread. Tortilla is bread.
How do you make a tortilla?
Oh shit.
Oh shit! Does bread have to be? Bread has to be baked.
Got to be bread first.
What are you saying? Tortillas aren't baked?
You don't bake tortillas. You like fry tortillas. Like you put it
Well,
on
so-
like.
Yeah, bread has two definitions.
Flour tortilla.
Where one is made of it's a food made of flour, water, and yeast or another leavening agent mixed together
looking
and baked. And the second definition is money.
Okay, so no. Then I will argue
All right.
no, because a tortilla is non-leavened also.
Well, but unleavened bread's a thing.
There you go.
Unleavened bread's a thing, Micah. Like, come on,
It's
Passover.
baked though. It's still
Passover.
baked. Matzah is still baked though.
Hold
I think you have to
up,
bake a
dude.
bread. I don't think you.
Is the wallet a
therefore-
sandwich?
Hold up.
I don't
I'm
think
talking flour tortillas, Micah. Like flour tortillas.
What's the difference between a flour and a corn tortilla?
Well,
A
one's
difference
made of
in
flour, one's
ingredients.
made of
Flour was, but it looks like when
Are flour tortillas
Someone could
baked?
show me cornbread. There you go, cornbread. Is cornbread bread?
cornbread.
Yes, cornbread
Is
is
that
bread.
bread?
There
It's
you go.
baked.
There you go.
Yeah,
Corn
I don't think I'm
tortilla
gonna
is-
argue tortilla. I think a wrap is not a sandwich, and also a corn dog is not a sandwich because neither have bread on them.
A tortilla is not a sandwich. I'm sorry, a burrito.
bread.
A burrito.
No, sorry. Tortilla is not bread, so a taco is not a sandwich. And neither is a wrap. A wrap is not a sandwich either because a
What
tortilla
about a
is not
burrito,
bread. What
Burrito
about a
same
burrito? I misspoke. I didn't mean to mention burritos.
No. I brought a burrito.
Last time we argued. All right,
Oh.
Kyle, I want to get your take on this because me and Micah argued about this last time.
Wait, hold on. I kind of. Oh.
There's no difference between tacos and burritos.
No, there absolutely is.
Yeah.
That's a big statement.
How so?
Kaya,
Yes.
what were you going to say about a burrito?
Is a
Oh,
burrito
sorry,
a sandwich?
No, because neither.
Yes.
Because a tortilla is not.
Yes.
No, tortilla is not bread. Not a sandwich.
Tortilla is
Sandwiches
bread.
need
How's it
bread.
different than a corn dog?
Bread.
It's all inside the bread.
Corn dog's not a sandwich either because it's fried, not baked.
Hmm.
That's my take now. That's my new take. Is you're all wrong. It has to be baked for it to be bread, and for it to be a sandwich, it has to have bread.
Stop being such an anti-sandwicher, Micah. Jesus Christ.
What about a baked corn dog?
Yeah, because corn dog. is
I think
cornbread.
I think if it might be a sandwich if you bake it. Yeah. I think
Hold
if you
up.
baked a tortilla, it might be a sandwich. But if you make a tortilla, I think baking is what it needs. I think like
Corn dog.
I think it has to be a flour mixture that's baked.
There's
Is a
such thing.
wallet a sandwich?
Guys,
Huh?
check this
A
out.
wallet?
Yes.
No, there's no bread.
Yeah,
Well,
there's no-
according to the two definitions for bread, the second one in the dictionary is money.
Okay.
It's literally money. So is it like is it technically a sandwich? It's like you can fold it. I'm gonna argue wallets are sandwiches.
If you want a wallet to be a sandwich, don't you want the cash from like enveloping the wallet though, like around it?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be like an
Money.
inverse.
Oh yeah. So no. So like a taco, a money taco is a sandwich.
So we've got two pieces of bread here,
Yes.
one on top.
But it's not baked though.
We've got a fucking
It's not
sandwich.
baked. But I think that is a sandwich because bread has to be baked, but money is bread, so that is a sandwich.
Does microwaving count
I
as
see.
baking? Is
No,
my question.
no,
Okay, I'm not-
it's already a sandwich, so you don't need to microwave it because it already has bread.
You're right.
Oh, wait, hold up. I will be right back. I'm gonna get another seltzer, but I'm also gonna bring back the ultimate. I have a tool for this, and I can't believe you got it.
A tool for a sandwich debate. Okay, so it looks like baked corn dogs are a thing. That's a sandwich.
If it's baked, yes, I will concede
So-
on that. I'm standing. This is the hill I will die on though. Is that the baked is very important for something to become bread unless it is money.
Are tortillas bread, Yori?
I'll refer you to the dictionary definition of bread.
Fine. I'll look it up myself.
If you buy a raw tortilla at the store,
Okay.
you don't bake it. You pan fry it.
Yeah, it's already baked, just like a fucking
No, it's not.
piece of bread. You can go.
Oh no, I'm
pan
saying a
fry
raw
bread.
tortilla.
Yeah, a raw tortilla is bread.
No, because it's not. No, you don't know what I'm talking. Like an uncooked tortilla. Like you cannot eat it. You have to cook it before you
Yeah.
eat it. Yeah,
I know
you don't
exactly
bake it. You put it in the. I mean, if you can put it in the oven and cook it that way, and then you would be baking it, and then it is bread. But if you do it on this pan top, I don't think it's bread.
What does tortilla mean? A thin round of unleavened cornmeal or wheat flour bread, usually eaten hot with a topping or filling.
Okay.
I disagree though. It doesn't fit the definition of bread. If it's baked, it does. I think a tortilla can. Not all tortillas are bread.
Is a tortilla bread? I'm looking this up.
I think it can be. Is that a safe?
No, bro. This is the compact dictionary with the little magnifying glass drawer.
Oh, that's really cool. Where'd you get that?
My girlfriend's dad had an extra one. He's like, "Do you want it?"
You just had two of
Here,
those.
and I was like, "Oh, thanks, I guess." So, like, yeah.
It's tortilla bread.
I've used these more times than I ever thought I would ever need to use a dictionary in my entire life.
Let's see what Kai's dictionary
Micah.
says.
Micah, tortillas are known as flatbread.
Whoa.
Flatbread is
No.
bread because it's baked. You don't fry
And
flatbread.
tortilla is a type of flatbread.
I think it depends on if it's baked or not, Kendall.
A tortilla is a thin, flat, circular, unleavened flatbread, originally made from maize hominy meal.
Are all tortillas bread? You think, Kendall? You think all tortillas are bread?
Yes, I think all tortillas are bread.
Not all tortillas are baked, though, Kendall. Are you saying that definition's not the definition of bread isn't important to you?
I think you can stretch some rules here and there. Is all I'm saying. It's an unleavened bread, dude. Like, fucking.
No, it's an unbaked bread. Therefore, it is not a bread because bread must be baked. Unleavened bread is still baked.
Raw tortillas are like already baked. They've got like
No, they
the cook
don't. That's
spots
not a
on
raw.
and shit.
That's not a raw tortilla. You don't know what a raw tortilla is. Raw tortillas are like gooey still. Like they're like uncooked.
Oh yeah, those. My bad. I was thinking something else. Tortillas bread. That's the hill I'm dying on.
I mean, because when you cook it to get those brown spots, you fry it. Put it on like a little skillet or something. You don't need oil or anything.
Unleavened bread, dude.
Huh?
Unleavened
Unleavened
bread.
bread's still baked though. I will get very heated about bread. Kyle, what did Are you using the is the text so small you actually need the magnifying glass? Okay, yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
So bread. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of things here for it. But in terms of like bread, bread can either be to dress something with breadcrumbs, so it's like either like a verb, but when used as a noun, honestly, boomers, you guys can at me right now for struggling with the dictionary. Oh, here we go. It's on this page. Is the first. Yeah, holy yo, bread has like 6 of these columns to itself.
What?
Like,
Yo, I'm pretty sure we're about to find out that tortillas are fucking bread, Micah.
All
like
right.
you see these like 4
I'm willing to concede.
has 2 of these to itself.
Oh my god.
Damn,
So,
that's
but
awesome.
the very first one, okay? Bread. It is originally a what? Dude, this is goofy.
What you got?
Okay, so
I
the
got
original name for bread comes from loaf, I guess. That's important.
Okay.
Which originally meant pieces, bits, or fragments. So from that, a well-known article of food prepared by moistening, kneading, and baking meal or flour, generally with the addition of yeast or leaven. That's what it is. That's what we got there.
Micah, we're missing a key component here. What's the definition of baking?
Oh shit.
Ooh.
I fuck, I didn't even question that.
Cook food by dry heat without direct exposure to a flame, typically in an oven or on a hot surface.
Yeah.
So microwaving counts.
All right, I'm back all the way.
Mike is back in.
Yeah, because I guess cooking it on a hot surface is still baking. So you win. Fine.
Well, wait. So no, not well. Like frying, or I'm sorry, doing something on a pan without oil is not baking, though.
I think it is based
Because
on the
that's-
definition.
Well, no, I mean, like, yeah, but the way baking works is that it's radiative heat transfer. It's like that's why you have convection ovens and like normal ovens, because like to originally bake something is to have a heating element, usually like a fireplace or like a big wire in like normal like ranges, and that it heats by radiating heat out of like the element into the food. Whereas convection ovens have to consistently blow the air around so that the food cooks via convection. When you have a pan,
Yeah.
it cooks via conduction.
Uh-huh.
So whenever I think of like to bake something, I think of the cooking of the food, like its preparation, is supplied by radiative heat.
So Kai, you say that tortillas aren't getting baked then?
Well, I mean, it's like I don't know how
When you make
tortillas are like made. How are tortillas made?
Micah?
Tortillas, they are I think traditionally it's like on like a hot flat surface. I think like
So
traditionally it might be on a heated stone if I
Do you
remember
use like a
correctly.
dry pan, or do you throw any oil in there? Or?
I don't think you need oil, no. Like when I cook it at home, you don't need to add oil.
Well, do you start from scratch?
No, like if I were to cook like I will buy a raw tortilla and cook it. Where like it's like unbaked. Like
I'm
you can buy
confused by raw. Like I've never seen
it's
a raw
an
tortilla.
unbaked tortilla. It's like in the refrigerated section. Like unbaked.
Is it like a
Okay.
batter? Like
It's still formed enough where like it is like and like dry and separate. Like it's moist. It's separate from like it's like a big pack. Here, I'll send a picture.
is it dough? Is it
Yeah,
dough?
yeah, it's dough.
Okay.
Here's like an image of what it would look like. Those baked
Jory,
corn dogs
is
look
the
bad.
tortilla bread?
I didn't see those. I think those baked corn dogs look shitty.
Yeah, they look terrible. Like I would never eat a baked corn dog.
Really? Those like look more exotic. They look more fancy.
I just don't want like my corn dog to be too bready, but I also just don't like corn dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that looks like a biscuit.
That looks like tortilla dough. Okay.
Mm. I'm looking at so many definitions for bake right now. To dry or harden by subjecting to heat. To become baked.
Are you red, Kendall?
No, not right now.
Were
If I
you,
was
are-
smoking, I would be.
wait, does
if you're
that
high,
mean-
would you be baked? Or would you be bread? I mean, yes, you'd be baked, but would you be bread?
But here's the thing: if we take a roll of money, okay, and we pop some cushion there, is that a sandwich? Because
Stacks. Yeah.
it's baked and it's stuffed between bread.
Yeah, you're baking it by subjecting it to heat.
Yeah, you just set it on fire.
No.
A
It has a
monk-
direct.
monk
It's not
is-
being baked because it's direct contact with fire.
Oh, you're right. So we're not baking it. So it's not
Mm.
a money joint is not bread, sadly.
Is it direct if it's through that paper roll?
What do you mean?
So you take the kush, you roll it in the paper. I've never smoked weed, if you can tell. You take that and you roll it through some paper. You set one end on fire, and then you put the other end in the money roll.
Well, the tip is being heated by it's combusting, and then the heat traveling via smoke down to the money would be heating via convection.
That's baking, like a convection.
Yeah,
oven,
that's
right?
baking. There you go.
Well, I mean that's so like a traditional bake, like traditionally on my oven, like on my range, I have like in the manual for it, and yes, I have my range manual. It specifically states that like traditionally baked foods are to be baked on the bake setting, and then if you're cooking like pizza or you want to cook something fast, you do convection because convection baking heats everything. You like everything like evenly. Everything gets baked evenly because all the air is the same temperature. While a radiator, like a normal oven, there's the hot side. There's the hot end of the oven, usually the bottom or the top. And so it cooks differently. Like it heats one side, and it says like when you cook cakes and stuff or you bake bread, you use bake. And then when you're just making pizzas or you like want to cook something fast, you use convection bake. But it specifically says to like there are certain things where like cakes is the biggest one where you like need to use the normal bake setting. So there is like a difference, I guess.
I think
Fuck. No, Micah.
what?
Huh.
I don't even know why we didn't tie this in, bro. Christianity and Judaism have rules about the use of bread in their religions.
Oh shit.
So we're not even using the Christian definition of.
Kendall, I couldn't do it. I was gonna knock it over myself, but that's cheating. It can't be on purpose.
Yeah, it can't be on purpose.
There it is, boys. Orthodox churches forbid the use of unleavened bread for the Eucharist. It's not good enough for Christ. It's not good enough for us.
Why you only eat unleavened bread on Passover? That's like the only time you're allowed to eat it. Also, and like,
Yeah, I guess I'm only having burritos on Passover.
is a tortilla matzah? Yo, have you guys had matzah though? Because it's not moist either. Like, there's no like.
I don't know what that is.
I grew up Christian. I'm just my parents like no burritos for you. That's the devil's food.
Yeah, matzah is just unleavened bread.
Oh,
I mean, it's like dry.
no tortillas for Christians.
Forbidden.
Nice hashtag.
Forbidden.
No, it says. Oh, boys, types of bread. Cake is Cake is bread.
Okay.
Cake is bread.
Yo.
The difference is that in addition to everything you put in bread, you also add sugar, fat, and milk. And then it is now a cake.
And on the Wikipedia, a tortilla is flat bread.
It's okay. So tortillas are bread.
There are so
They're the
many
same.
types of flatbread. It is actually insane.
Oh yeah, it's nutsos. The only time I've had flatbread was from Subway.
Yo, pizza dough is bread. Yeah. So
Yeah.
but
Pizza dough?
it's not a container though. So
Is a calzone a sandwich?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
A calzone's a sandwich. It's fucking baked. It's fucking baked, dude.
I really want to try one of the calzones at your restaurant, Kendall.
Yes, you have to.
What's your favorite type of calzone?
I just like pepperoni calzones, man. Roni zonies.
Is it just like a pepperoni pizza inside of a wrap? Do they use a different type of dough, or is it the same type of dough that they use for regular pizza?
Yeah, it's the same dough.
Just baked.
They just like
differently.
It starts open. They put all the toppings, like all the toppings of a pizza in there, and then they like fold it and like crimp it.
Like how
Fold
much?
It's like a hot pocket.
How much dough is used in it?
As much as like a small pizza, I'd say. Depends on the
so
calzone.
it's like a decent amount, though. Like the calzone has like there's a decent amount of bread to fillings ratio. But do they put like a decent amount of fillings in there too?
Oh yeah, they like cram it in there. I always ask to throw on some extra everything, just because it's like so it's like bursting. It's bursting with deliciousness. I don't know. I fuck with those calzones though.
Yeah.
They roll the dough in like breadcrumbs before they make pizzas and shit. And I'm like, oh, stoner paradise, dude.
I don't know. The only calzone I've ever had, I don't think this even counts. It's a hot pocket.
Is
Really?
Yeah, I'm not pizza cultured. I haven't had a real calzone.
Bro, what are you doing?
I don't know.
What was bread's definition? Like, what was the ingredients that had to be in it?
Flour, water, and a leavening agent.
Okay. Because I was curious if keto bread is actually bread, and yeah. You can make keto bread. They use
Yeah.
almond flour and like whey protein.
I guess for the hot dog question though, you would have
Yeah.
to make the we would have to make the final decision on does a sandwich need to be does a sandwich need to have like its contents between slices of bread, or
Remember the
just
definition of
bread and
sandwich. Remember, it's a sandwich. Like it can be packaged. You remember that?
Well,
earlier
yeah,
on?
yes. Yeah, the other thing is, does bread just need to be its container, or does it have to be between slices, plural, of bread?
I think it
What
just
are
has
your
to be in a container. I think bread just has to be the container.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Be a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All
In that
right.
case, hot dog is a sandwich, and so is a corn dog.
We cracked the code.
The great sandwich
cracked the
debate
code.
2 Electric Boogaloo.
There it is,
Seriously.
man.
Because the first time around, we really got into semantics, but this time around, we like crushed every
We
square inch.
we
of
looked for
this.
the real
Hot dog
answers
is
today.
sandwich. Like we.
This is where you turn to when like no one can answer those hard questions.
Yeah.
You come to us, dude.
People be like, "Oh, what a silly question." It's like, yeah, but you answer it.
Yeah, but like you know, when you want a definite answer, you need to like know like every like single word you use for a sandwich. You have to know like the definition of those words. It's a whole
Okay.
rabbit hole.
I'm gonna throw a wrench in it. What are we talking about when we say within bread? So what if you have, for example, like a chili hot link where the hot link is so big and meaty that it's bigger than the bun, so the bun doesn't envelop.
Still a sandwich. I don't think like the amount of bread matters.
So then it's more like on the bread than in it.
Kind of like
What if you
beans on
overfill
toast.
a hot dog? I guess the formal question is, how much stuff do I have to put into a hot dog until it becomes not a sandwich?
Like if it's just like do you think is like, are you asking if there needs to be a specific ratio of like bread to non-bread materials?
What is the angle of action that the bread splits at, past which it is no longer a sandwich?
Like the amount of bread you need, huh?
Oh no. There is no
Shit,
limit.
dude.
No, there is no limit. There is no limit. You know why?
Why?
Because the definition of pizza, which is the ultimate that, as in like it's just the bread and then as much stuff on top of it, like without it falling out. Like if you have stuff not on it, it falls. It's the ultimate. Pizza dough is bread dough, and it is used as the food container. And so, and here, it states, Vice News, from their cooking, their home and food division, officially declares that pizza is technically an open-faced sandwich and not an open-faced savory pie.
Right, but that's where pizza still goes around the contents. I'm talking about a hot dog where there's so much stuff on it that you can't actually,
Like, you know, like the hot dog itself is bigger than the bun. I think he's talking about like the amount of bread ratio
I think it's still a
to
sandwich.
contents.
Yeah, there's
That's
big
still
ass.
a
like,
sandwich.
if I had a slice of cheese in my hand and a slice of deli meat, but like I only had like two like really small pieces of like bread on either side, is that really a sandwich?
It's like, yeah, goofily like proportioned.
True.
You can make like a goofy looking sandwich, I guess. Like,
I don't know. I'd argue that it's still a sandwich, Yuri. Even if it's like huge, unless you disagree.
unless it can't hold all the stuff. If the stuff
Right.
falls out, then it's a pretty bad sandwich.
Yeah, so long as you can
But is it
hold the whole thing up by the bread.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Then
Oh
Yes.
yes. So you couldn't like
Bread
have like
is, like,
you couldn't have like crumbs of bread and like been
Right.
touching
All
the
this
crumbs because they're not the bread has to be like a supportive factor.
Yeah. As for the it is the bucket.
It's the handheld part of your sandwich is what a is what the bread is.
This also means that if I take a cake donut and I split it in half and I put a big chicken breast in the middle of it, that's a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yes.
100%.
Fantastic.
We've cracked the code today. I can
can-
answer confidently yes or no.
And Kendall works at a
Ask me
sandwich. And Kendall works at a sandwich store.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not a pizzeria anymore. It's a deli.
I'm a
Perfect.
sandwich deliverer. I'm a sandwich driver. You know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Pizza's a sandwich. Hot dogs are sandwiches. Corn dogs are a
that'd
sandwich.
be so funny.
Yes.
I worked at a sandwich place for a really long time, and that's what you say, Kendall. You just like say it as a sandwich. I worked at a sandwich place
really
for a while.
Italian. It was
Yeah.
a really
It was
Italian.
a really
sandwich
Italian sandwich place.
You call your boss and say, "This is a sandwich shop." No, this is a pizza place. What?
place. No, this is a pizza place. What the fuck?
And then they have the debate over the phone.
Yes. The next time I'm taking an order and the customer's like, "I want a calzone," I'm like, "You mean a sandwich?"
Excuse
Excuse you?
me? Or excuse you? Did you
Yeah, that'll
just
be
say
one
a
red
sandwich?
sandwich.
Do you mean it? You want a sandwich? And let's be super douchey about it. What? Do you mean a sandwich, idiot?
It's contained in bread, tard.
So it depends on. So okay, this is another wrench.
God damn it! I thought we figured it out.
No, so the argument for the argument for pizza isn't if it's a sandwich or not. Is it a sandwich or a pie?
Why not both?
That's the debate. It's not like is it a sandwich or not? Is it a sandwich or is it a pie? And so the difference comes in the crust. What are you baking from dough? Then like what's the difference between the pie and the enclosed sandwich?
So is
What is a
pie
pie?
crust bread?
Okay. A pie is a baked dish of fruit or meat and vegetables, typically with a top and base of pastry.
Is
There it
pastry
is,
bread?
pastry. Is pastry bread?
Pie is a fucking bread. Holy shit!
Well,
Pie is a sandwich.
I don't know.
Like pie's a sandwich. Yeah, a pie is a fucking sandwich.
Yeah, dude. Everything's a sandwich.
Holy shit!
Sandwich is actually an umbrella category.
Yeah.
So like you know when you ask is a pizza a pie or a sandwich, it's yes.
That's right.
Both.
It's a sandwich. It's pies are sandwiches because it's a fully encased pastry.
Well,
Type
is
crust.
pastry bread? Is pastry bread?
Oh,
Yes, it is.
I don't think so. I don't think there's any water in pastry.
Have you eaten
Yeah,
a croissant?
Pastry is dough of flour, water, and shortening.
Oh,
Just unleavened
It
bread.
needs fat. It needs like a high fat content.
but like I could say you could put fat in bread and it would still be bread. So I think yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Wait, hold up, dude. Literally, people also ask, is pie crust considered bread?
we're not the first to have the great sandwich debate.
I think we're the ones who've gotten the furthest into this debate. Like I think we've really cracked it.
Yeah.
Is pastry bread? Pastry is totally a bread.
Fuck, dude.
So
Everything
bread
is a
mostly
sandwich.
Flour, water, and then pie crust is flour, fat, and then little water, and then cake has like flour, fat, sugar, and sometimes egg.
So on the pastry Wikipedia page, it says it's different from bread due to its higher fat content.
Yeah.
But like, I'd still think it's like I think it's a subcategory within bread.
Well,
I agree
everything
with
we're
that.
talking about, like our tortillas and matzah and normal bread, like what we
These are
consider
all
like
subcategories.
they're all water and some sort of flour. Like you said, that there's almond flour. Like it's water and a flour.
Oh god damn it!
But whereas
Pumpkin
the
pie is
pastry-
bread. It's a sandwich. Pumpkin pie's a sandwich.
Well, actually, it's not.
Sandwich.
Because,
Pumpkin pie's a sandwich
is it because it's like held in a container of bread? Because like, okay, a pumpkin pie. Holy shit, Micah, that's
it's a calzone.
that's
It's no different than like a calzone in tinfoil if you think about it.
Well, I'm thinking because like you know your typical pie, let's say apple pie, is fully encased.
And so is a calzone and a corn dog, and we all agree that those are sandwiches.
But is a pumpkin pie fully encased? No.
No, but a sandwich can be open faced too. A pumpkin pie is an
true.
open faced sandwich.
Right, open faced sandwich. That's right. I remember what I said. A hard shell taco is a toasted open faced sandwich. It's
No, but then the important thing to understand though is like not how it's like shaped or delivered, but now there's a much bigger debate of like, is pastry considered bread? Because it's categorically different. Like there is like a distinction between the two, and the distinction is the use of and a lot of fat. And so like it's like in its own category. So if we establish that pastry is bread, then yes, our pumpkin pies are open faced sandwiches. However, if we decide that, well, if pastry if it's far enough removed from bread, then because like pastries don't have leavening agents in them.
Yeah,
it's just flour, fat, and then a little water. Versus like flour, water, and then usually a leavening agent. So it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, we're 75% water, so don't forget that.
Dude, let's just call the debate there. I think it's over. Any more deep diving, and we're getting really into semantics.
No, we could keep going for 3 more hours, I think.
We got to get this sandwich to a close.
I think we've answered it. Like, do we have any other things that could be a sandwich?
No, I think I'm happy to throw in the towel and admit that I was wrong and that everything's bread, or everything's a sandwich.
I'm happy with everything being bread.
Is the world a sandwich?
Yeah.
Well,
the world is really just. It's. I mean, there's lots of bread around the world. If you think about it.
It's not encased though. It's not the.
Yeah, but
it doesn't have to be. Oh yeah, like what if you have like there's small amounts of bread all over, like.
My question is like the space, like outer space.
There's not bread.
Outer space. Bread.
No, outer space is not bread, but there is bread all around the planet.
It's not contained though. Like the planet, like planet Earth's not contained by bread. Like you can't hold planet Earth by bread, Micah.
Maybe one day.
What if Earth's an open-faced sandwich, though?
It is.
No, it can't be.
It's not. It's round.
Yeah.
It's like if you put an orange on a piece of bread, is that an open-faced sandwich?
Yes, it is.
So the Earth is only.
The thing about the Earth sandwich thing is that a sandwich we established from the hot dog phenomenon that so long as you can hold it,
yeah, but
just
then,
by the bread. So if you do a handstand on bread, then it's a world sandwich.
Holy shit!
Yes, because I was.
There you go.
If you have 2 slices of bread on each hand, you do a handstand.
That's right.
At that moment, the world is a sandwich. The world is not just a sandwich, but the world is your sandwich.
That's right. Just
take a big bite, motherfucker.
Look, I'll do you one better.
Size of the world, though.
I don't think so. It's open face.
No, you just have to support it with your hands.
Well, if it's open faced, then why do you need 2 pieces of bread?
Okay, you just take a baguette. You cut a baguette in half. All right. You handstand on the baguette. The world is your sandwich. I think. I think we've just solved world hunger, and
we're slowly toasting. We're slowly toasting the Earth sandwich right now.
I think we just solved world hunger. The world is your
honestly,
sandwich.
All we need is bread, baby.
Flip a pizza
all you need is
put it on the ground.
All you need is that should be the new saying. All you need is bread, and the world is your sandwich.
There you go.
Oh, and it's true because of money also. Both meanings, because really money is what makes the world work in a sad way. But
well, I mean, money's not real, but
yeah, you know what I'm saying though.
Money's a social construct.
Yeah.
Fucking A, you can make anything into a sandwich.
Well, so I think we've called it. I think I'm happy with our decision. But Wikipedia is firm on pastry is not bread, and I'm like reading this, and I'm like, oh no.
I agree to disagree, but hey, Kendall, next time I see you, I'm gonna give you a knuckle sandwich. What about that?
Eat a dick. Oh.
Oh, that makes sense.
Is it a knuckle sandwich? Why is it a knuckle sandwich when you punch someone?
I don't know.
That saying
Why
is
it a knuckle
false.
sandwich? I'm sandwiching your face with my
Yeah.
knuckles.
Oh shit!
But
Because you
you're not
can. Oh, well,
bread.
I think you can sandwich something, but that's different than something being a sandwich.
Yeah, like a sandwich you can use as a
verb.
verb. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We've been
putting
kind of-
something between two things.
Yeah, like getting sandwiched. You know, getting sandwiched.
Fuck, but then
you
it
know.
goes back to the. All right, we gotta call it. We gotta call it. We're
Yeah.
gonna get stuck in it.
This is the end of the